We're game analysis night. Hopefully Karen put some arsenic in this. Delicious. Oh, well. Yay, my favorite night of the week. Hopefully some of you watched me lecture on the Fisher Tall games. And I got just enough time to do this. Now, we're changing how we do the Wednesday night, which is going to make some of you mad. So too bad. As has been known for several weeks, you need to post your games in PGN. Normally, about half of you do that, and the other half put the moves in. Don't put it in PGN. I don't know who your opponent is. I don't know if you're white or black. I don't know what the result is, etc. And I have to read everything. Then I have to click a lot of different places and type in names and ratings. If you put it in PGN, I do it in 3 seconds, copy paste. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over the games in PGN. If your game's not in PGN, which about half of them aren't, I'm going to say your game is next. Your game's not in PGN. We're not going to look at it. If you put it in PGN before the stream ends, we're going to look at it. And that's only if you put your game in wrong. If you put your game in PGN after the stream starts, and you never put it in before, that's for next week. Like, it's already too late to submit a game for the first time. Unless you're Fen Beingold, then just, send me your bank account details and we'll look at your games. Okay. Yeah, it's definitely not too complicated. If you played the game on Lichess or chess.com, it's in PGN. It's already in PGN. And most of the games are in PGN. And I don't have to do anything. I copy and paste. And there it is. Now, the first game we're going to look at was submitted by Karen. Go, Karen. Okay. And this is not Karen's game. This was some email back and forths with the Glocking Rabble. And they play some game I never heard of. Let me see what it is. StarCraft. Karen says it's StarCraft. Sounds like she's making that up. I don't think it's StarCraft. I think there's just no game. I think they're just they made it up. Okay, so there are 2 StarCraft shoutcrafters called Loco and Tasteless. Okay, call me Tasteless and Loco TV. They also play chess, and somebody wanted they wanted to see their game analyzed, not necessarily for the Wednesday game analysis, but that's the time to do it. Pinky Jim 77 gave 5,800 centidues. God damn. Yeah. Okay. Not 58,000, 5,800. Putting him in clear second behind Joom Juma. Joom. And he got a 75,000 bit badge. So if we can get a train going, we'll be at level 5 immediately. If 2 people can give a sub or 100 centidues, that'll put us at level 5. So do it. Anyway, these guys are famous except for one thing. I guess they're famous. I don't know. All right. I'm sure you guys heard of them because you guys heard of all the quote unquote people, So somebody in the chat, have you heard of these StarCraft kind of people? Mick Naster gifted 5 subs. Hooray. Go everybody. It wasn't a rock. It was the Rock Obama 101. McJurgle, 100 centidues. Starting the train. Nobody knows who these people are. These famous StarCrafters. Come on, people. Somebody heard of them. Maybe. I'm the handsomest except for one thing. Yay, we're at level 5. Good. Mainly because we're at level 5. Okay, so nobody has heard of these people that are famous people. Damn. Not as famous as I thought. Not as famous as Pinky Jim, that's for sure. Yeah. Well, Pinky Jim gave us 5,800 centidues. StarCrafters live in South Korea. Possibly. Okay, anyway, these guys are StarCrafters, and some guy sent in a game and said, these are StarCrafters, rawr. Okay? So, yeah, nobody in the chat's heard of either one of them. So they're close. Maybe that's because the chat has very few people in it. But we are at level 5 because of Pinky Jim.
All the StarCraft people are watching PogChamps.
StarCraft people are watching PogChamps. What's PogChamps? Oh, yeah. So I have a question about PogChamps. Are all the PogChamps people cheating or just like half of them? Oh, snap.
Or any of them.
Well, obviously,
at
least 2 are cheating.
Actually, let's don't have a poll.
Yeah.
No, let's don't have a poll.
What? No.
No, that's not a good poll.
No, we're not going to have a poll.
No.
Xanthra subscribed. Yeah.
But there's got to be some.
Well, it's important to cheat. Otherwise, you can't get ahead. Oh, yeah. I'm surprised. Now, here's my question. This is a serious question. I don't know anything about the PogChamps except the players are terrible and the commentators are terrible and chess.com is terrible. I don't know anything about like what's actually going on. Mm-hmm. So my question is, in PogChamps 1 and 2, was anybody suspected of cheating or everything was above board? Did anybody get in trouble? Did anybody almost get in trouble? Or nobody ever cheats ever? I mean, this is the internet. So you got to cheat a little bit, otherwise you're not cheating.
They're doing a bad job at cheating.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I haven't heard any direct accusations against anybody.
If they're cheating, they're the worst cheaters ever. God damn. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter if they're cheating, ban them all. Everything's above board about that. Tubbo was called out by fans.
Who?
Is this in this PogChamps or a previous one?
Tubbo. Who's Tubbo? Hey, VCDJ88. Who's Tubbo?
I don't know. And they threw a match where a guy missed mate on purpose. What?
Wait, who's Tubbo?
Man, I don't even know what you guys are talking about.
That's the real name, Tubbo?
I don't know. Nobody's name is their real name. Yeah, who the fuck is Tubbo is correct. He's a Minecraft streamer.
Oh, he's a Minecraft streamer.
I don't know.
I mean, I don't know if you're in...
I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's happening. Let's see. During the rain match for cheating, the entire chat was blowing up. No, but has chess.com done anything in any of the PogChamps? Or everybody's innocent?
Wait, go back to that. The entire chat was blowing up during his rain match. Wait, who? For who? Tubbo?
No. I mean, obviously, Rain Wilson one game lost on purpose. He won the match. He knew he was going to win the match, but
yeah, no,
that's fine. I'm not talking about Rain Wilson is 1,000 points better than his opponent, so he's being nice. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about somebody's using an engine and winning the game. I mean, actual cheating. Not like joke. I don't care about that. Yeah.
I haven't heard any specific allegations except for today during my stream. So mentioned one person, but that was the only
I don't know.
thing I heard.
Not sure why anybody would be cheating if they're playing for charity, but all right. True. So I guess if it was like Trump, he would cheat for charity. Cheat the charity too. They're only accused in my head. So yeah. All right, back to whatever these guys are. These are StarCraft people, and I guess their ratings are not, like 4,000, but good enough. So this was played on chess.com. White is 1306 and black is 1106. And these are the StarCraft Shoutcrafters, whatever that means. I don't know what it means, but that's what they are.
It sounds exciting.
Yeah. It's funny. This reminds me. Big money, big money, big money. No whammy. Stop. $15. All right. Thanks, Ninja. Yeah, don't forget to tell the dogs I said rough. Okay, I probably have to order food, so we have to discuss what I'm going to order. All right. Now, at the St. Louis Chess Club, there's a lot of rules. And when famous people show up, those rules are broken. So I remember Nigel Short was lecturing at the St. Louis Chess Club in like 2011, and he had a bottle of wine, and he was drinking it during his lecture. God damn. And Kasparov was in the doorway because there was standing room only watching the lecture and commenting on it. Those were the days. Yeah. That's right. Yeah. Okay. Well, your name is Fat Bubba, so, I guess you're being dumb. Okay, let's analyze the game. It was, already mistake, knight f6. What happened? Gastric Exorcism 666 subscribe. Good. Yeah, you don't want to play knight f6 because white can take and get a good center, as in the game Feingold Caruana, where I won, obviously. Okay, we transpose into a QGA. Obviously, white should play e4 here. He played e3. And then bishop f5 is no great shakes either. It's also not a good move. Okay, e6. I would have played queen b3, obviously, trying to punish him. Knight f3 is all right. Bishop b4 is legal, but barely legal. Now you should check, attacking the king and bishop. Probably he wouldn't see knight c6, but if he did, then knight e5 and white's better. Bishop d2 is very passive, obviously. All right, and white's better. White has a nice center. And he has the two bishops, and he has the what else? Queen d6, trying to walk into a fork later, I guess. Okay, knight e5. That's not bad. Rook d8's not terrible. Queen e2 is okay. These moves are all right. Knight d5 is okay. I've never seen moves that were okay before. These moves are all reasonable. Okay, now knight takes e5 just loses a piece. This piece is attacked, so black plays bishop g6, and he's slightly worse. Very slightly. After this, you just lose a piece. The reason you lose a piece is this bishop defends the queen. So after you taking this pawn doesn't pin the pawn to the queen because it's defended. So this is like a relatively simple calculation, but black's rated 1100, so it's not that simple. And if you're going to make mistakes in chess, and you are, you should make strategical mistakes that don't matter very much, like giving up the center and having a weak pawn and having your king being slightly unsafe, having a bad bishop. Those things you can recover from. But when your opponent takes all your pieces, you're not going to recover unless you're playing PogChamps, then it's going to be stalemate. So this isn't PogChamps, though. So this just loses a piece. And white wins a piece. Attacking this piece, attacking that piece. Okay, all we are saying is give peace a chance. All right, and that's what white did. Black took this totally unimportant pawn instead of this important pawn. So that's really, really, really bad move, queen c3. After queen f5, again, the players are low rated, so anything could happen. White's the favorite, but he's, it's 2 pawns for a piece. Black's pretty solid. But after taking on c3, I got a text from Lenny Kravitz, and he said it was over. Yeah, and then, the truth hurts. Yeah, you got to take that f5 pawn because fe is too good, in too good of shape. No, I can't see the donation. Thanks, Sir 289. You're the best. You donated $5. Thank you. Now I can go to the movies by myself. All right. Thanks for the $5. Hooray. Yeah. Etc. Mainly etc. All right. Then took, that's correct. Taking is legal. King h8 is the best. Rook e1 is good. Okay, now in this position, black played probably the worst move on the board. Yeah. 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 Fact, this is the only move that allows checkmate. I can't even find another move that allows checkmate. Because I can defend checkmate if you do that. Yeah, black here played the worst legal move. So that's why they're not super GMs yet. Yeah. Yeah, the worst legal move. Yeah. Yeah, Satana Arctica is correct. Yeah. Even Rook D8 is better. He played Rook F8. That hangs mate in 2. I don't think any other move hangs mate in 2. I don't think you can hang mate in 2. I think that's the only legal move that hangs mate in 2. I can't hang mate in 2. That's the only move. I can't do it. I can't. I'm trying to hang mate in 2 and I can't. Can't do it. Any advice to conquer a girl? Are you stronger than her? Otherwise, I don't know. Yeah. No, Rook F6 doesn't hang mate in 3. Rook F6 is fine. Rook F6 hangs nothing. Yeah. Yeah. Rook F8 is what he played. Yeah. So that's bad. And you should always look at checks and captures, and you should especially look at moves that are both. That's a check and a capture. That's like the only move you have to look at, and that's mate. So he got back rank mated. Frankly, terrible. So White was obviously the superior player that game. Probably superior in StarCraft. I don't know. Anyway, that game made some sense. The game was about equal. White was a little better. Black blundered a piece. And White was winning, and then Black played Rook F8, which is not good. Yeah. Etc. Yeah. No, Rook D8 allows nothing. No. Yeah, this isn't checkers. You're not required to capture. Rook D8's much better. Then after queen takes, you just don't play Rook takes queen, and you're good. And by good, you're lost, but you're not hanging mate. Yeah. So, yeah, this is the only move that hangs any mate at all. Terrible. Yeah. It was equal like after move 1, but after move 2, it was over. Yeah. All right. Now, the next game that we should look at is by TJ Webb, but it's not in PGN. It would take me a lot of work to put it up, so you can put it up next week or try to put it up during the stream in PGN. Okay, next is E-Wizzle. I made fun of E-Wizzle a lot last week, so I thought he would ban me and report me to Interpol, and I would play some music on the stream. But he just submitted another game. So I'll have to tease him more until he gives... yeah. All right. So we'll do... let's see. What are we going to do? We're going to do something. That's for sure. All right. There we go. So we got E-Wizzle versus ABC HAVZ. This is a short game, but I think it's interesting because 10H4... Stockfish initially says is losing and doesn't believe in my sacrifice. After letting it think for 3 minutes, it goes to +3. Sounds like somebody has an old version of Stockfish. Oh, snap. This was a rapid game. White's 2240, Black's 2217. Obviously, I assume it's Lee Chess or, some other site like Yahoo Chat, his own site. Okay, and this is a rapid game, but I still don't know the time control. So we'll just say it's rapid. All right, good job. Chess 24, yeah. Etc. Let's see, blah, blah, blah. Me, etc. Mainly, etc. Rook F8, still theory. D-Rush 98, subscribe with Prime. I should order food, but I'm not hungry. Man, harsh. How can I not be hungry? I haven't eaten since before you guys were born. You babies. Yeah. Okay, so Wizzle, he put the game in. Okay, they played a bishop's opening. Good. Okay, transposed into this nonsense. Bishop b4 is more common, but bishop c5 is fine. f4 is the idea. That's why you don't play knight f3. So you can play f4. Then you play knight f3. So this is what white wants. Knight g4 is an interesting move, but castles is more, sober. Put it in f. Very reasonable. a6 is pretty passive, but all right. Bishop g5 is good. b5 is legal. Bishop b3 is good. Put it in h. Okay. And obviously in blitz chess, I'm playing h4 all day. In a slow game, I'm not sure. But he did play h4, and he says the engine doesn't like it until it does. Now, my engine is the same. I have Stockfish 10 that is, used with chess.com, and it says, you could take it, and then, you get mated, but it still prefers black because it likes being up a piece. That's how good it, yeah. Now, obviously, that looks really, 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 really dangerous. Taking the bishop, opening the H-file. The F-pawn is pinned on F7, so G6 is coming. Black doesn't really have any long-term defense, so I wouldn't take that bishop. Okay. You're not going to take the bishop. Knight A5 to get rid of this bishop makes a lot of sense. Now, in the previous move, the engine was thinking about knight b8 to d7 to defend this knight. Okay, but he played knight d4. That's legal. Knight takes, bishop takes, knight d5, and the engine just resigns now. It says resigns. Now, let's analyze the piece sacrifice and see what happens. He didn't take it, but let's say he did, and then you take this, and the engine says white's winning unless black plays knight to g4. So let's play knight to g4. And you can play rook h5, you can play g6, you can play queen e2, and at the moment, the engine likes black, but as Wizzle pointed out, if you let the engine think long enough, it decides black doesn't have sufficient defense. But thinking's not its strong suit. Frankly, delicious. I mean, I like g6. Okay, now the engine, after thinking for 2 minutes, all of the sudden plays knight d4. Frankly, a ridiculous move. The idea is to play queen takes g4 and give mate. Then it gives some really strange variation. But I mean, this is typical in this opening, is to play f5, try to open the h-file, try to sack a piece, and then people don't defend well. So let's have a look at this move, threatening this and threatening this. Okay, so queen g5 is forced, knight takes c6 is forced, and now material's equal, and we have to watch out for knight e7 mate. So we got to be careful here. Got to watch it. Because this knight could come here, and you got to be careful. And, well, the engine says this is equal, but obviously it could change its mind. It says queen e3, queen e2, queen g3, king d1, and then it says Papa John's. So very interesting piece sack. Now, I'll give you my opinion. Whether white's winning or white's not winning, black has to take the bishop. If you're going to play h6 attacking the bishop, and the guy leaves his bishop there, you got to take the bishop. If you don't take the bishop, don't play h6. That's just a weakness. So once he played h6, he has to play hg, be a piece up, and try not to get mated. Instead, he was not a piece up and tried not to get mated. That's worse. Yeah, now he's just completely losing. Now that there's nothing here, the knight can never move from f6 because queen h5 is going to win. Here black just resigns. The engine doesn't even suggest a move for black. It just says resigns. Okay, random legal move. Yeah. It says king h8's best, but okay. Yeah. And now it just announces mate because black's king is mated. Yeah, ridiculous. And black was never even up material. Terrible. Okay, and that hangs a couple of mates. That's one of them. Always play bishop f8, and that's mate. Yeah, very, very poor play from black. And as I've said on the stream many times, people don't defend very well. So if you have an attack, you're very likely to win whether your attack is good or not, because your opponents don't defend well, especially in blitz chess. Defending is hard. Comedy's easy. Wait, comedy's not easy. No. Yeah, I mean, white had an attack, and black decided never to be up material, but get attacked anyway. Super GMs call that a free attack. No sacrifices necessary. And just attack, and black never moved these pieces. Terrible. And when people play very aggressively in double king pawn openings, a lot of times that's hard to meet. You have to defend accurately. That's not people's specialties. You know. Terrible. And so forth. High Darf, etc. Yeah. All right. All right, next game, yours. So next. Okay, this is NN versus a true Ravenclaw. Standard time control, 45-minute with a 45-second increment, which is odd. It's pretty slow. And white is 1955 NN, black is 1974, which was the height of music according to Homer Simpson. 1974, that was the best year for music. Or as Spencer would say to that, frankly, ridiculous. I'm not saying Spencer doesn't like 1974, but he's not a fan as Homer Simpson is of Grand Funk Railroad, a.k.a. Grand Funk. Doesn't like Mark Farner or Mel Brewer. Come on, what's wrong? All right. Now, he said a lot about this game, the guy who submitted the game, who was black. This is Lee Chess. He says it's Lee Chess. This was in a team tournament. I have black. This is the second to last game in the match. My team is behind 2 points. Exciting. My opponent needs us to get a draw, and his team wins the match. I played queen c5 because blah, 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 blah. I played this move because blah, 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 blah. So instead of blah, 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 I blah, blah, blah. I'm not sure if I attacked well because blah, blah, blah. I wanted to avoid moving blah, blah, blah. I'm doing my best to improve at chess and appreciate any feedback. My feedback is blah, blah, blah. Okay. So white needed to draw to seal the match, and he failed miserably. The lesson is never try. Now, what I would do if I was white and I needed a draw to win the match, if it was me, I would definitely, the first thing I would do, 100%, is change my name. Because in the history of chess, NN is not doing well. No, NN's just getting crushed. Every game, NN's getting smashed. So once you see NN, you figure he's not going to draw the game. Yeah, terrible. Yeah. Etc. That truth hurts. Dubious Hagrid subscribed. Highly dubious. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. And then gets dunked on in the Jordan poster, right? DC Pog 85 subscribed. Good. Good. Now I'm trying to figure if I should order food. We have to vote in the chat. Captain Grog is continuing the gift sub. Good, good. We have to decide if I should order food. Then we have to decide what food I should order, if any. That's the tough part. Thai sounds good. Well, I get Thai a lot, but it does sound good. I haven't ordered Thai food since today. Chicken, that's not food. Always order food. Let's see, Indian gift. Chicago-style deep dish. Man, that's hard to order when you're vegan. I have had it, but I had it in Michigan last time. There's a place near my daughter where she lives that has vegan Chicago deep dish. It's been a long time since I had it. Yeah. Yeah, we ran out of time, unfortunately, so I couldn't. Yeah. Social eating. Vegan chicken. Perrier, vegan sushi. I could get vegan sushi. I agree. Let's get vegan sushi. Oh, it's 8:31. I wonder if I can still order. Probably not. From the place that has the vegan sushi. Probably they won't let me order now. Probably I could have ordered 2 minutes ago, and now I can't. That's my guess. Frankly, delicious. Ballpark, frankly, delicious. Let's see. What say you? Closed, opens Thursday, 11 a.m. No. And the truth hurts. Sushi. He ate all our shrimp and 2 plastic lobsters. Let's see. The whitest person I've ever seen. Let's see. I have so many jokes I can make, or that I can't make, I guess. That's only 9.5 hours. No, it's 13.5 hours. Did I say 13.5? Because that's wrong. All right, it's like 15.5 hours. I don't know. Peace, love, and pizza. Man, tough decision. Steamed hams. That is good. Vegan Perrier. Crusty burgers. Cows are vegan, so steak is vegan. Vegan water. All right, India chef it is. Go India chef. All right, then I'll bring some home to Karen. That'll show her. Then I can spill soup and it'll be great. Mango pickle, that's good. Let's see. I always get that. I'm going to get something else. Papa Dom don't preach. Let's see. She likes sweet mango chutney. And then Papa don't preach. Man, this is a great stream. I order Indian food, and then you guys watch me eat. God damn. Nothing better than that. Let's see. What's vegan? That's vegan. That's vegan. It even says vegan on the menu. Papa don't preach. Da, 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 da. I haven't gotten dal sag in a long time. Or vegetable sag. Let's see. I don't want that. I don't want that. Tarka dal. I like the way it says it has butter, but it's vegan. Very suspicious. Not sure they know what the word vegan means. Let's see. Spinach, onion, spices, lentils. All right, I'll order that. I haven't ordered that in a long time. Let's see. Add to order. Is chicken vegan? Well, if it's vegan chicken, yeah. Slutty Vegan doesn't deliver here because I'm in Roswell. Otherwise, I'd be ordering that a lot. Okay, so that's vegan, that's vegan, that's vegan, that's vegan, that's vegan, that's vegan, that's vegan. And then I'll have most of it left over, and then Karen will eat like a grandmaster. All right, so I need a $40 donation, and I'll pay the 7 cents. There we go. I am so smart. SMRT. I mean SMART. Do-do-do. It's spinning. That's good. Maybe it's the rotating Grandmaster. All right. Food is ordered. Chicken is vegan, to be fair. What? 7 cents, thank you. Is Karen vegan? She's not. Is beer vegan? Most beer is vegan, but some beer is not. Yeah, that's true. Vegan chess. Don't you dare donate $40. Dare. You ordered food a few days ago. I ordered food a few hours ago. 40 centidues. Hooray. Do you do honey or not? I do not. Are avocados vegan? Depends who you ask. $40. 300 centidues. Can all GMs play blindfolded? Yes. Clausen Steakhouse. That's very close to where my daughter lives. Very close. Is animal fur vegan? Probably not. What did you do about the channel that steals your content? Well, I got the guy really interested in the group Interpol, so he's listening to that a lot. So that's pretty good. Yeah. Okay. So this is the guy, and he has to win, and so forth. 45-minute, 45-second increment. And they played a sharp Sicilian Najdorf. Bishop e2, e6. All right, not as sharp as it was. Transposed into a Scheveningen. All right, g4, goddamn. So according to the person who submitted the game, if you can call him a person, White needed a draw to seal the match. And then White played f4, g4. That's how you play for the win. I agree. If you play for a draw, you're playing for a loss. You got to play your normal game. That's how you do it. Money for nothing, chicks for free. Jiu-Jitsu guy, 1994. He's the strongest chess player in Israel. Jiu-Jitsu. Wait, what? I heard Insipol is going to nuke the channel. Matt Larson approved. That's right. Yeah. G4 isn't as bad as you think it is. And if you know game 24 of Karpov-Kasparov, where Karpov needed to win, he was like F4, G4, then he lost. But he tried and he fared miserably. Well, the mayo has to be vegan, which is unusual. But I do have vegan mayo quite often, actually. But most mayo is not vegan, obviously. And a lot of mustard isn't vegan either, but most of it is. Tyson won. But in general, I prefer mayo. But, when I was a vegetarian, now I have more mustard. Yeah. Thanks, Tyson. And see, I thought the little girl who lived in the house, the chicken in the freezer was hers, but it said Tyson chicken on it, so Mike Tyson was eating it. And then he said, if your name was on it, then I wouldn't eat it. Oh, wait, I still would eat it because I only had cereal for breakfast. Man, what a great show. You guys got to watch Mike Tyson Mysteries. What a great show it is, man. Frankly, great. It's Tyson chicken. Also, who's that astronomer that everybody likes except me? What's his name? Neil deGrasse Tyson. In Mike Tyson Mysteries, Neil deGrasse Tyson is Mike Tyson's brother, but Mike Tyson doesn't talk to him because he's a nerd. So he doesn't want to get like the nerd vibe, Yeah, Elon Musk is correct. Yeah. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so G4, Knight C6, developing a piece. Good. G5, good. Excellent. Knight D7, always retreat. Knight B3. The engine wants to play Bishop E3, developing a piece. Knight B3 is okay. No trading, all right. Yeah, I guess this bishop should get out eventually. So B6 is a move. All right. He played B6, good. Put it in H. Yeah, very interesting game. Knight C5, good. Okay, now that's clearly a mistake. Yeah, the engine wants to play knight d4 or bishop e3. This move I don't like. And in fact, taking either way is good for black because he's really controlling the d4 square. And one of the problems that black has in the Sicilian is white has a lot of space in the center and controls a lot of the squares. Black is very solid, and white's sort of going all in on the king side. So giving black the d4 square, frankly, is not good. D takes is the engine preferred move, opening up the queen diagonal, opening up the d file, and we have the d4 square for the knight. White's attack isn't going anywhere right now because black hasn't moved his kingside pawns. So this is very good for black. Knight takes knight was a very poor move. Giving away the d4 square is too important. Okay, bishop c4. Don't understand that move. Bishop b7 is okay. Bishop e3 is okay. Rook d8 is good. Queen g4 is good. Knight d4 is good. And black's just much better here. We have a great bishop. We have a great knight. And this, that's not, there's nothing happening here. Yeah, better would be rook f2, which also defends the c pawn, but it prepares to double the rooks or put the rook somewhere depending on what file opens. So rook f2 is preferable to rook c1. Rook c1 is too passive. The rook has no purpose. Yeah. Now the engine says black is completely winning. What a mean engine. Yeah. Queen c6, that's the best move. Gotta line it up on the bubble up. Good. Put it in h, king h2. Now b5 is just winning, and he played it. Black's playing great this game. Frankly, delicious. Takes on d4, which is losing a piece, but he's already losing. Bishop c4 was a bad move. Queen c6 was excellent, because if he plays b4 and the knight moves, we take on e4. So white's just completely lost here. So he sacrifices a piece, also known as blundering a piece. Now he's got two pieces attacked, so he has to play bishop takes here, and just moving the queen away and staying on the bishop is winning a piece. Yeah. And that's it. Black wins a piece. And he gives his piece away, and the game is over. Yeah. So a very well-played game by black, not a well-played game by white. Black played really well. Not sure what all the talk was about this and that. They played great. Yeah, this looks like the game Gotcha versus Bitch. Etc. Mainly, etc. Bishop d6, double exclam. Man, the truth hurts. Me in St. Louis. Yeah, the engine already announces mate because bishop takes f4 is going to be mate. Yeah, it plays. It's funny, after queen a8 check, bishop f8, it still announces mate. Yeah, here's the funny variation. Check. Here, rook h3 check. Takes, queen d2 check. Amazing. And black's completely winning because the rook's hanging on c1. And it's mate, too. And instead he played queen takes c2. Now it's forced mate. Rook h3 is a quicker mate because after king g1, we have bishop c5 check. Thanks, Panjam, for the sub. But this is also mate, so it's also good. That's a blunder. He has to move to the f file. King f1, queen f3 check. The engine is still announcing mate. This is just getting mated quicker. And now every rook move is mate. And by everyone, I mean this one and this one. Okay, he played another one. Rook here is mate, rook here is mate. They're checkmate on the board. But he played double check and then mate. Also good. Always repeat. So in my opinion, black played excellent that game, probably in the mid-90s in a chess report. And white played probably about 78, 79. Let's do a report and find out. I mean, I think Black played really well. A little too good if you ask me. I mean, he built it too close to expectations. So don't make a fool of yourself and do it again. The Pharaoh suddenly died. Yay. Yeah. Anyway, that reminds me, except at a much lower level, of the Karpov-Kasparov game, the aforementioned Karpov-Kasparov game, where, Karpov overextended because he needed to win, and eventually Karpov lost, and Kasparov became the world champion. The score was 12-11, and Karpov needed to win to retain the title, but he ended up losing because he went too far enough or something. All right, let's see what it says here. I mean, Black played really well that game. Frankly, ridiculous and delicious. It's still analyzing it because he played so well. Black played 95.8, which is about what I said, and White only played 44.9. That's pretty harsh. I didn't think that White played that badly. I didn't think White played 44.9. He didn't play great, but you got 95.8. God damn. All right, so that was a very good game by Black. Yeah. Etc. Yeah, I mean, Black played great. Yeah. All right, 800 viewers. We're doing viewer games, and it's very important that all 800 of you donate $40 now. Right now. Then if one of you listens out of the 800, then I'll pay for my dinner. 1 out of 800 chance? That's about right. That's about how many people listen to me. Yeah. Da-da-da. Don't have any dollars. I don't want to hear any excuses. Right now, that was funny. I am a teacher. I said, etc. I almost followed with especially, etc. Frankly, not ridiculous. Yay, 40 cents to Jews. Even better. $40 for dinner? At least. If it's a cheap dinner, yeah. Omacorn Persei 8 is continuing the gift sub they got. Good, good. Hooray. Da-da-da. You bought GME with the rest of my cash. Pinky Jim gifted a sub. Hooray. I already tipped. In fact, when they asked me to pay, I said just the tip. So if they watch Archer, it's good. Let's see. Reedy Pagliaccio. What about Pagliacci? You're the most welcome. How many waffles could you get with $40? I really don't know. I keep changing my mind about my answer. I'm still waffling. My dinner is $3 max. Well, the truth hurts. Archer's hilarious. Go Archer. Archer beat a guy rated 1994 yesterday in a slow game. Yeah. Hooray for everybody. Nobody's paying for my dinner, so we'll have to pause the stream. Where's the pause button? Let's see. Archer's a good name for a sidekick. Yeah. Big money, big money, big money, no whammy, stop. $2 is the funniest. Darn, 40. Mike Oxlong donated $40. Can I play in a viewer game? Well, we're not doing that, but when we do that, then yes. Yeah. $40. Hooray. My rent is $40 a month. You must live in a fine, a palace. Yeah. Go, Archer. Paid for your dinner. You pay my student. What's a student? Go, Mike. We have the best mods and all channels. Pay my student loan. I pay your dinner. Student loans are paused right now, so they are paid. Yeah. Hooray. All right, well, my dinner's paid for, so I'll see you guys next week. Bye. Let's see, who can I raid? All right, next game. You're so next. Okay, it's Nick Zach. And his game is not very long. That's good, good. White is 1760 and black is 1822. It's a standard game, 900 plus 10. I don't even know what that means. Is that 15 minute? 300? Yeah. All right, then let's see. I do this, and then I click this, and then I click that. Did it like this. Did it like that. Did it with the wiffle ball bet. So I'm on the... I was having fun at a party and got bored, so I played a lead chess game on my phone. I played black and knew little about the Zuckertort as black, but I assumed I played theory until move 7. This is why I say blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. I was pretty wasted. Blah, 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 blah. The computer says blah, blah, blah. My opponent had a draw with blah, 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 but resigned. So in the final position, he says his opponent has a draw according to the engine, but his opponent resigned. All right. Well, it was a good explanation there of what happened. All right. Very good, except for one thing. Let's see. I ban you. You ban me. Da-da-da, family, etc. Always repeat, though, trying to learn. Yeah. I thought I banned him a long time ago. How is he even back? Terrible. All right. That's right. I have merch. Exclam merch. Exactly. Draw by reputation. The guy's too good. All right. So, okay, we got something going on here. So far, so good. Rookie one's not considered the best move, but it's okay. It's not terrible. Yeah, and I definitely wouldn't play that. With the rook opposite my king, I would definitely take that, and then if he takes back, the file's closed. I would definitely take that pawn. I wouldn't want white to play ED and then do that, because if you do ED, for example, you don't really need prophylaxis because of ED. You see what I'm saying? And if you have ED, then if you make it blue, as long as the game doesn't go more than 4 hours, you should be fine. I'll be here all night. Complicated joke is correct. Etc. Talking to the right crowd here. God damn. That's what she said. Exactly. ED, now I'm good. Exactly. Yeah. And so on. Yeah. Is this mic on? That's right. All right. What? I'm banned? Damn. Exactly 4 hours is fine. Yeah. Yeah, in fact, it's funny. You know, it's well known, you know, Trump has ED. And, you know, Melania wouldn't put up with it. And when they said, what's the problem? She said it was election fraud. So that's where Trump got that term from. But I think he misheard her because of her accent. So then things got all confused. And, you know, it's understandable misunderstanding, basically. Yeah. Yeah, truth hurts. All right. So bishop g4 I don't like. And now, you know, it's dangerous. All right, h3 that's not the most dangerous move. Takes. Now we could play d4, blocking it up on the bubble up. It's not necessary. We could take. We could just develop. Okay, bishop c5 again is risky. Again, I would take here. And then, you know, that's very dangerous having your king on e8. Black has several chances to get out of this mess, and he doesn't do it, and white doesn't take advantage. I mean, when the rook's here and the king's here, you gotta do that. And white was just afraid of ED. He thought that would be the end of it. He thought that he could never fix it. And, with today's modern medicine, even after ED, you can still do okay. It's still okay. It's too bad. Okay, so bishop G5, allowing black to have a safe king. Play queen B6, threatening double threat here. Excellent move. Yep, that works out well. Rook E2, defending one of the pawns. H6, again, that's way too passive. You got to do something aggressive here. So you could play D4, making sure these pieces are never any good. You could take on E4 and hope to take that later, or you could castle into safety. Now white's much better again. Takes, that's correct. And he took with the G pawn. He was afraid to play knight takes, and then he was afraid of the ED. First, white was afraid of ED. Now black is afraid of ED. I mean, you can't really blame them. I mean, there's a lot of pressure in life now, and ED is one of the things you got to think about, especially for these older players. Okay. Now, what's funny is the engine wants to play D takes E4, confusing the audience. I don't know about that move. Now it says knight takes is best. Yeah, GF has some other issues. Yeah. All right, now the engine says white's completely winning because the D pawn is insufficiently protected and castles doesn't let black's king be safe. He's probably going to have to castle long, right? And, a lot of people don't know how to castle long. So, yeah, B3, terrible. Why do you have this here if you're not going to do something about it? I mean, you got to do that. Come on. B3 is way too passive. All right, and castle still hangs the D pawn. Okay, finally, white made a good move. Okay, F5 is super aggressive and losing. Takes is good. Wow, knight F6. That's, legal. Yeah. All right, so this is like how I play when I'm playing 1 minute or 10-second chess. So white's completely winning, but it's tricky. Now, obviously, white's knight on B1 isn't good, and the rook here isn't good, so white should play knight C3 with the idea of knight A4, and, get his knight out, get his rook out, and eventually white wins. Knight D2 is the alternative, and so forth. Instead, he played queen E1, which is okay. Doesn't lose. F4, good attacking move. G4 is okay. H5 is okay. And now white must play G5, and he did. Very good. White's still winning. Okay, black played the crazy knight G4, crazy like a fox, or crazy like Fox News. And what's funny is, in the other game, I said you have to take that piece, and in this game you can't. You can't take that piece because black doesn't have enough attacking force. The F2 pawn is already defended enough. The E4 square is juicy. Okay, it's a juicer. So knight C3, knight E4, Papa John's. White's winning. I mean, black can just give all his pieces away on F2, but white's going to have 2 pieces for a rook. And if black doesn't sack on F2, that's it. Black can't get any force going. The only way black can get anything going is if white accepts the piece sack, and then black has a big attack. So by not taking the piece, black has nothing. So knight D2 and knight C3 just win, but he did take the piece, and now the engine says it's about equal. Black has enough compensation for a piece because these pieces are here. Okay, bishop G4, good. Queen B7, threatening mate. You got mate here, you got mate here, etc. And in this position, white resigned, which is not a move I would have considered. I would have considered rook E4. Also resigning isn't a move. After rook E4, the engine says black's a little bit better. Black's down a piece. Black has a big attack with F5 and so forth. It's anybody's game. But I think white didn't see queen B7, got flustered because his F pawn's pinned, so he can't block the queen. Maybe he didn't see rook E4. If you don't see rook E4, then you're going to get checkmated. So you got to play rook e4. If you don't play rook e4, then you got to resign or get mated. So, yeah, I don't know why neither player saw rook e4. It's weird. So white was winning until he wasn't. And that's what happens when you're wasted. Terrible. Yeah. F3 would be bad because of my shirt, not because it's illegal. Right? I mean, basically, when I saw this game on the Discord server, I had this shirt made immediately. I went to a place in Atlanta that makes any shirt in an hour, so I could say never play F3. That's what I did. Yeah. Etc. Mainly etc. Also, you're all banned. Wait, what? No. Well, it's not a draw. Just the engine says it's about equal. Black is down a piece, and black has great compensation. So the engine thinks if two engines were playing, it might end in a draw. It doesn't think either side has a big advantage. It slightly prefers black. Slightly, just slightly. Like, the mustache tickling. Let's see. We got, what's happening here? I'm just reading Twitter, and also my food just got picked up. Hooray! ESPN will broadcast the World Series of Poker. The 2020 World Series of Poker. What? Starting Sunday. If you want to watch the World Series of Poker, which I think was online, then you can watch it on Sunday on ESPN or something. I don't know. ESPN 2? Man, Twitter's boring. And so forth. Man, so boring. Food coming isn't boring. Okay, you're so next. Right, black has mate in one, except it's not his turn. Black just played queen here, so white has to play rook e4. Instead, white resigned. So, most of the mistakes that come from the chat are from people who don't know whose turn it is. That's a typical kind of error. Okay, the next one is from Lucas Numbers. White was rated 1896, and black was rated 2042. This was on Lee chess, so, And it looks like it was 5 minute plus 3 second. And then, Lee chess, so you get what you pay for. All right. And let's see what else he said. Said something. I had white. I was skeptical when Ben said you shouldn't resign, even against the 2000. Then I played this game, The Truth Hurts. I fell for a tactic that cost me an exchange, always sack the exchange. I saw a possible trick that I began playing for on move 19. Black winning on the board and the clock, blundered into my trick at the first possible moment, and then I got a perpetual. I was worse right out of the opening. I don't know anything about what to do against the kid. If you're not sure what to do against a kid, you could talk to like a Catholic priest. No, wait, don't do that. Talk to the kid's parent? Nah, they won't know anything about them. Maybe just talk to the kid, but make sure nobody sees you do it, because otherwise you get in trouble. All right. Oh, he means the King's Indian defense. Never mind. Let's see what happened here. I heard some noise. Budget Toaster subscribed. Good. Go, Budget Toaster. We need 8 more subs to get to 2,200. Hooray. Go, everybody. Yeah, you got to talk to Daniel Negreanu, the kid. Also, Stu the Kid Unger. That's right. You get good advice from me. Yeah. How does one submit a game to be analyzed? Gotta spell analyze correctly first. You have to join my Discord, and then you have to post it on the Discord. And you have to sub to my channel. And you gotta do some other stuff. I don't know what it is. Okay, so White submitted this game. White said he was losing. Then he tricked his opponent. And then he said tricks are for kids. Yeah, etc. And so on. All right, the chat is as genius as ever, except for one thing. Yeah. Etc. Go viewers. But they're viewers. More than a viewer. More than a viewer to me. All right, this is the main line of the G3 King's Indian. Good. Still theory. Everything's good. Yeah, Bishop G5 isn't great because you don't want to trade the bishop for the knight. So, yeah, generally here, White plays either D5, could play E4, could play H3. But, yeah, Bishop G5 is not considered good because after H6, I don't know what to tell you. And he played H6. I don't know. Now there's not a good move for the bishop. All right, so you traded your bishop. So he's got the two bishops. And you have the what else? Okay, takes, good. White's doing fine here. That move just hangs a pawn for nothing. All right. And he took it, yay. All right, now you're a pawn up. Probably he didn't see it because he thought queen d2 was just like a random developing move and didn't notice his pawn was attacked. That's why he's 2,000. Okay. Knight b6, threatening your pawn, and you played a weird move. It's okay. Obviously, you want to play b3 here because that kills the knight on b6. Yeah, so these are definitely lead chess ratings. The c5 is just a weird move, and b3 just kills the knight. Then the rook goes to d1, and Magnus Carlsen wins all day. White's still better because White's up a pawn, so that's good. Knight c4 is bad because after b3, you're almost winning the knight. All right, queen c1's strange move. And just b3 is good for White. All right, bishop g4. Now Black has the two bishops. He has the what else? Okay, now you play b3 when it's really bad. But it's tactically bad, and I wouldn't expect in a blitz game even for somebody to see why. This is like a very good... This would be a good puzzle rush or tactics trainer puzzle because it's very difficult. So b3 is a very bad move, but I don't blame you because it's actually very difficult to see why it's bad. So I don't blame you at all. Yeah. Now I'm not saying your opponent found it. Let's see. He did. Bishop takes f3 is correct. And then bishop g5. Did he play it? Wow, he played it. Amazing. Yeah, now the knight's going to d2, and the truth hurts. So, yeah, so he's winning the exchange, as you pointed out. That was very nice. That's why you have to look at all the checks and captures. That capture worked out pretty well. Normally, it wouldn't do anything, but just because your dark squares are all weak, and he has a dark squared bishop and you don't, that's an easy thing to miss. All right. I'm not sure why you went to e2 instead of g2, but all right. Yeah. Always play bishop. He played rook f1. That's not very good either. Man, you're getting crushed over here. All right. And here you resigned. Why didn't you resign? Oh, that's right. You're the one who said I didn't resign and I drew. Okay. A4, confusing the audience. Etc. And then he played here, hanging g6. That's a good move except for one thing. Yeah, so any grandmaster in this position, without thinking, plays king g7. Okay, that's what any good player does. The bishop on c4 is pinning the pawn, and irrespective of that, you don't want your king on the diagonal of the bishop. You want your king on g7 with your queen on f6. So you definitely will play king g7 all day, and White's never going to have any tricks. So, I mean, with the bishop here, obviously this is always happening, so you can't move your queen. But once you play king g7, you can move your queen. The king's just always much better on g7 than g8 when your opponent has a white squared bishop and your queen's on f6. And so this is just ridiculous blunder, of course. And now black's lucky he's now losing. Usually when you hang queen g6, you resign. Here he hangs queen g, and it's a draw, which is lucky for him. Yeah. And yeah, there's no way to win here for white. It's just a draw. So, I mean, that's a terrible, frankly, yeah. So basically, I recommend keep playing on Lee chess, etc. But yeah, bishop takes f3, bishop g5, knight d2. That was very impressive for your opponent to see that long, complicated tactical sequence, but not see queen g6 check. And I've explained this on many of my streams. Normally, for people in the class rating range, like 1,500 to 2,200, those kinds of people, they see tactics for themselves, but not for their opponents, even if it's the same tactic, because that's why their rating isn't 2,700, because they don't see stuff for their opponent. They miss a lot, and they get the smackdown. When they have a winning move, they play it, so they beat lower-rated players like the PogChamps players. But when you have a winning tactic against them, they don't see it, so they lose to GMs and IMs. That's why they're rated 2,000, which is weird in this particular instance because the tactic that black saw, bishop takes f3, bishop g5, knight d2, that was much more difficult than queen g6 check. But one of them was him playing it, and one was him stopping it. And that's for psychological reasons, for not understanding chess very well reasons. Low-rated players often miss their opponent's tactics, even if they see ones for themselves that are more difficult. It's not that they're not good enough to see it, they're not training themselves to play better, to see their opponent's threats. Higher-rated players are much more careful, so they blunder less. Truth hurts. And even with players in PogChamps, who obviously are ridiculous, they'll see winning tactics. If you hang your queen, they'll take it. If you hang mate, they'll mate you. Not always, but sometimes. But they'll also just make terrible blunders which allow the same thing. Like they'll play winning tactics and they'll allow winning tactics. So it's a very exciting game. That's why, it has to be stopped. My order was dropped off. If you have trouble finding it, full details. Your order is online. Have a good night. It's a chess club, so they spelled night with a K. Except they didn't spell night with a K. I was kidding. All right, I'm going to get my food and so on, mainly and so on, and so forth. Talk amongst yourselves or something. So the question is, do I have utensils? I think the answer is fries. I mean, I have them in the back, but I'd rather have them in the bag so I don't have to walk to the back. Let me get 800 pounds of paper towels. That's important. I wonder if this bag is what they put the utensils in. I think the answer is fries. No utensils. All right, I'll be back. You guys can donate and start a train and stuff while I'm gone. I can't hear you. There better be paper towels up here. Boo, boo. Okay, I heard that. That was good. No paper towels anywhere? Wow. That's not good for me. Almost man. Oh, there's paper towels. I had to get another Perrier and go to the bathroom, and $25 a due from Farty Party. Good time. I got a lot of utensils, so I don't have to leave anymore. All right. And then Black resigned because it's obviously me. Oh, no, they agreed to a draw. 500 cents a dues from Pinky Jim. I should leave more often. $25 from Farty Party. 500 cents a dues from Pinky Jim. God damn. Man Moth C4 18 plus. Pretty good. Fries. The answer is fries. Hey, somebody on my stream last night said all the fry stores closed. And then I saw an article today saying all the fry stores closed. So that's correct. All right, well, I don't see any other donations. 9 cents. Thanks, Ace Deuce. Let me look on Streamlabs just to make sure I didn't miss anything. 1 bit for absolutely. That's good. All right, and we'll thank Max again. Next, Mike Oxlong. Bam! As long as we don't pronounce the name correctly, we're good. Good. Big money, big money, big money. No whammy. Stop. $20, 2 cents. Please do my game next. No toe on Discord. No toe. I didn't. Yay, the palindromic tweet. All right, time to spill soup. Oh, that's funny. I didn't see it. Yeah, that would have been funny. That was a good joke, but I did miss it. I'm sorry. Pinky Jim gave 5 subs. Pinky Jim 77 is killing it this stream. Pinky Jim was really mad at me because I never noticed him. But now I notice him because he's giving me all his money. Go, Pinky Jim. All right, so first we're going to have mulligatawny soup. Because that's, got to eat the soup first. Sure, why? And then I'll have a lot of food for Karen when she gets home from karaoke. Okay, this is for garbage. This is for Karen. And then this is my soup. And then thanks for the subs and so forth. Frankly, delicious. All right, we got to find Noto because he's furious because I didn't look at his game yet. Let's see. I don't see Noto anywhere. Sounds like he just made it up. There it is, Noto. Noto, you didn't put your game in PGN, so normally I wouldn't look at it and I would tell you to put it in PGN like I'm telling everybody else. But since you give $20, I'll consider it. Maybe you put it again? No, you didn't fix it. Oh, that's terrible. Yeah, you got to put your game in PGN. Otherwise, it takes a lot of work for me to like analyze it. Terrible. All right, so Noto gave $20, so he's lucky. The good player is always lucky. All right, and then I have to do a lot of work. He gave me all this. Maybe give me another like 4 cents. Blah, blah, blah. My best game ever. 90 plus 30 FIDE rated. I'm white. 1664 at the time. He's 1830. All right, look at this work I have to do. Look at this. Noto. And then you were 16 something at the time. Let's see. I can't remember that. It's like 5 seconds ago. 1664. And then your opponent didn't have a name, but he had a rating. 1830. These are FIDE ratings. And the time control's 90-30, you said? Yeah. 90. And you're like, this is the greatest game I ever played. And now your FIDE rating is much higher, you're claiming. Got to claim something. See all that work I had to do? That's the most work I've done in like 3 years. Yeah. Okay, now what did I miss? Let's see. 1 cent to do from 1494. Is that all I missed? That is an important cent to do. All right, time to open this and spill it everywhere. Oh, wait, I could get one of these. It's a good thing trying to learn put social eating. Otherwise, you know, something. Come on. Ah, I can't open it. It's too hard. That's what she said. No. A hard man is good to find. It's also what she said. Now, should I have some of the bread? The vegan bread? Why did they put vegan bread in here? This is, what's wrong with them? It's like the puffy shirt. Only 2 of their breads are vegan. The other ones are not. Oh. What happened to this top? You missed the Perrier. 1 here, 1 here. I got 2 Perriers, 1 for each of you. All right, got to put the soup on the computer again so the computer will move for me, like it did last time. And then I was accused of cheating. That was good. I lost that game too. No soup for you. Let's see. Blah, 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 blah. I'm trying to figure out where that quote's from. Did what's his name say that? Banya? Did Banya say that to Jerry? The soup and the crackers and all that? I think that was Banya, right? I think so. Did I get that right? Is it Banya? Soup Nazi. It was the Soup Nazi. The Soup Nazi didn't say that. Mulligatawny. Wait a minute. Ah, it's scrolling. Was it a cup or a bowl? Did he crumble any crackers in it? Crackers in a bowl, that could be a meal. I mean, the Soup Nazi didn't say that. Who said that? The Soup Nazi said it? What? Soup is not a meal? Elaine said it. What? Oh, George said it. Huh. Elaine? Doesn't sound like something Elaine would say. I mean, obviously I've seen it several times, but I'm old. Elaine? All right. Yeah, I wasn't going to guess Elaine. All right. So Notso's like, this is my greatest game ever. I'm the greatest. I am so smart. SMART. Slow game. FIDE ratings. Transposed to a Catalan. Good. No, E3. Now we have to stop looking at the game because it's ruined. Only another $20 will make me look at the game anymore. I'll have soup while you're donating. Yeah, E3 is a very poor move. Castles is the main move. You don't want to play E3 and G3 unless you have to. Here, E3 serves no purpose. So that's just a bad move. Now DC and black's already better. Yep, there you go. Knight B2. Now B5 is a good move. See, it doesn't make sense to take this and then not play B5. I mean, having said A, all right, so now he's letting white equalize again. Good. Letting him play B5 again, which isn't necessarily best. Knight B6 isn't going to hold on to the pawn in the long run. Or it will, because B3. Yeah, B3 is not terrible, but it's unnecessary. Knight E5 and Queen C2, you can win the pawn back. But, all right, C3 is okay. Knight B1 setting up for the next game is good. All right. Queen D3 is legal. There's no argument from me. C6 is absurdly passive. No reason to play such a passive move. You could play B6 and get your bishop out. You could play C5. You could play A5. C6 is just very passive. And E4 is a mistake. Hooray! $9.99. You've seen my helmet. I like the way I accidentally put Pikachu there. I like that. Yeah, E4 is a mistake. You should just take the pawn on C3. Knight B4. Yeah, now you're in a lot of trouble because your opponent can play B6, bishop A6, punishing your queen and rook for being here. C2 is not very good. Knight A3 is excellent. Again, you should play B6, bishop A6. And still didn't play B6, bishop A6. Yeah, now white's just much better because the bishop on C8 is terrible. Frankly, terrible. Yeah, now white has a great position. This is everything white wants in a Catalan. The pawn structure is similar, but the bishop on C8 is terrible. The knight on C4 is better than the knight on F6. White can play E5 potentially. Black's pawn's on E6. The B4 bishop can get kicked. Very, very bad position for black. And the reason black is doing poorly is he mixed his metaphors. I hate when he does that. And I asked him, because I know this guy, even though it doesn't say what his name is, I know who it is. And I said, you mixed your metaphors. Why'd you do that? And he said, it's all this simile to me. So he was confused. And I said, as if, and he said, like, and then he was right because he said like. So. Those jokes are from a book I bought called The Dennis Miller Ratio. Only 1 in a million people can understand them. You know, I am the greatest. It's true. I'm the wisest. All right. Bishop d7. Yeah, all right. 200 centidues. Hooray. Man, I got more food on me than in me. I'm like Stewie. Just an old nerd subscribe. Nerd! All right, time to kick something. A3, E5, etc. All right? Bishop C5, B4, B5. Frankly, terrible. I don't understand why bishop takes F6 is so good. Oh, now I understand why. I would never find that. That's an excellent move. I would never see bishop F6. I'm not good enough. White's winning anyway, and he ended up playing E5. Bishop takes F6 is a funny move because if you take with the queen, the normal way of taking, E5 attacks your queen and your rook. Also, your bishop's attacked, so the truth hurts. So you have to play GF, which is not what you want to play. Now, GF is better than ED, obviously, but, that's a different joke. So, and now you play E5 again, also threatening the rook, and if you take this, the queen doesn't defend the bishop, and this is too complicated, but white's winning. I wouldn't play bishop takes F6, I wouldn't see it. E5 is okay. I can't complain about that. Knight D5 is best. Knight D2 is best. Bishop B6 is best. Knight E4 is best. And white has a big advantage because that pawn's annoying. My knight's really good, potential for attack. And black doesn't have counterplay because the bishop on D7 is so bad. And in the Catalan, this is a big issue for black, is the bishop on C8. As is the case with a lot of queen pawn openings, the white square bishop for black has a lot of issues. Earlier in the game, black had more than one opportunity to play B6 and bishop A6, and that's slightly unusual, but not with the knight on B4, because the knight defends the bishop on A6. And the queen was on E2, so that's sort of stuck out. Now the bishop on D7, as the chat would say, is shallow and pedantic. So white just has a clear strategical advantage here. This is like Magnus Carlsen, he would, some kind of sex joke I can't make on the air, but you get it. Okay, knight F6 check. That's crazy like Fox News. Unfortunately for black, it's so crazy that it just might work. Black's position is so passive that this attacking move seems to work. And in fact, King H8 is forced. If you don't play King H8, it says white's plus 10. Skysaver5764 subscribed. Good. What am I eating? Food. Indian food. The more food you eat, the less hungry you are. Yeah. Noto did donate money, unlike the rest of you. $14.94, 17 centidues. That's what I'm talking about. Give those 17 centidues. God damn. Yeah. Yeah, and anything he does is bad. And the reason is, if he ever just plays normally like GF and knight F6, the knight on F6 can't be defended, it can't move, and the king is open, and etc. So King H8 is the only move that doesn't lose immediately, and that's what he played. So let's say he plays GF, for example. The engine says check, probably taking on F6 also wins. Now you're threatening mate and the queen. The engine plays queen takes, which loses the queen. Bishop takes queen. So let's analyze knight takes F6, which is what a human would do. And then after queen G5, once again, Lenny Kravitz says it's over. Lenny Kravitz was supposed to be on my stream today, but he's in Miami. So Was it Miami or Miami Beach? What was the joke? Getting confused here. Pinky Jim, putting us at the next level. Yeah, and now shallow and pedantic. For this pin and this kind of thing that you're looking at, this, see my game, see my vest, made from real gorilla chest. See my game with Nicholas Huschenbeth from the Pro Chess League, or was it the U.S. Chess League? I think it was the U.S. Chess League, about 6 years ago, in a Nimzo Indian, and you'll see this same idea with the queen and the bishop on the diagonal, and the king is choking on its own rage. Some moderator can find it in the, on the internet and put it in the chat. Well, okay, I'll tell Botes to give me the money you donated that you said so. $14.94, 9 centidues. Why not Wheatley? I don't know, 20 or 30 centidues. How do you spell that name? Huschenbeth. Something like that. He's a German grandmaster. Ask Kangaroo. See my vest. This is Mulligatawny soup. Mulligatawny. Okay. So instead he played King H8, which is correct. Queen E4 is correct. Threatening mate. G takes F is correct. E takes F is correct. It doesn't matter what he does. He's losing. Queen E8's as good as any. You don't want to take with a knight and walk into this eternal pin. Right? Yeah, I was talking to the Bengals about their latest hit, and it wasn't too good. Then we talked about their old stuff, and we were talking about the eternal pin. Close your eyes, give me a mate. Can you feel my king mated? Do you understand? He's not controlling the dark squares. It's an eternal pin. That's how their song went. They changed the lyrics slightly for commercial reasons, but I helped them write the song. Clink09. Gifted a sub. Yeah, I got bread. I got some papadum too. Karen likes papadum, if there's enough, if there's some sauce with it. I always get some sauces. That's correct, Mepex. Okay, so Black's king is shallow and pedantic. Took on A5, that's fine. Taking back is fine. Queen H4 is the best move. White wants to play Bishop E4, Queen takes H7, Papa John's. Jeffrey Goins subscribed. Hooray! Go, everybody. I'm supposed to eat the soup with rice? I don't think so. I think that's wrong. Okay, Rook G, it's the only move. Played Knight C3. That's not, doesn't matter. Rook takes is good. Bishop C6 is, the horizon effect. All right, and he's giving it away for a little more. That's an odd move instead of Bishop F7, but all right. He wanted to play Bishop E4, that's why. Okay. And then the game ends all of a sudden. He played Rook G6, then resigned. It's a good time to resign. I agree. 27 centidues. Thanks, 1494. All right, we're dying at level 2. In the next 30 seconds, we're going to need 2 subs. No, boo, boo. I do love a tasty burger. My girlfriend's a vegetarian, which basically makes me a vegetarian, but I do love a tasty burger. What you got in the cup? Sprite, good. Do you mind if I have some of your drink to wash this down? Yay! Musa subscribed and Wheatley gave 100 centidues. That's good enough. Ever gone a fortnight without playing Fortnite? Yes. Am I playing chess now? Do you understand? Rick and Morty trivia? That is a good question. Which PogChamper was in Rick and Morty? It's too obvious. Pinky Jim is just throwing the money around. Did you invest in GameStop? God damn, Pinky Jim. 500 centidues. It's like $5. Damn. Wait, ESB, 27 centidues. Thank you. $5 milkshake. Does it have bourbon in it? Pretty damn good shake. That's right. Dan's good because I want to win. All right. Excellent. Knight S6, excellent. Every move after that, excellent. And we just won't talk about the first 15 moves. But I mean, that was a brilliant coup. I mean, frankly, delicious. Oh, wait, that was my food. Yeah, Knight S6 check was great. Yeah. See, a lot of people, they sacrifice every game, then one game out of 100 they win, and they think they're a genius of the highest caliber. But you said you thought 30, 40, 50 minutes, so you were serious. You were trying to figure out if it was good, and it was. Show me what you got. Frankly, delicious. Yeah. All right, the hype train's dying again. Boo. Boo, hype train. All right, no toe, he didn't. All right, let's go back. Ninja versus Bear. Let's see what he wrote. He's 500, his opponent's 500. I've never had another match go like this. I enjoy the uniqueness. I also think it's interesting that when I moved on move 2, the game was a Berlin, but the next move was a Petrov-Urasov gambit. I crossed 600 yesterday, so I'm excited. Yesterday. His 500 rating seems so far away. Now he's going to win anyway. I believe in 600 yesterday. Suddenly, he's not half the chess player he used to be. It looks like he should have played B3. Oh, yesterday came suddenly. Why he had to draw, I don't know, he wouldn't say. I say something wrong, now I long for playing Geary yesterday, etc. Okay, yay! P. Buena01 gifted 5 subs. Good, good. They're both 500 plus tax, with no tax. Everything's relative. Some people think 500 is good. Some people don't think it is. It's relative. So, like, if your mom is 500, she's good because she's your relative. But if your friend is 500, he's probably not good because he's not your relative. In fact, why is he your friend? What's wrong with you? Oh, you have friends that are low rated that make you feel better about yourself. Okay, that's reasonable. Lick my Hadron. Just earned a new badge. Good, good. 100 centidues. 2,200 subs. Where's She Jesus? We need 2,300 subs. I can sense the presence of She Jesus. If we get She Jesus, we'll get to like 2,000% on level 5. That would be the greatest miracle that She Jesus has ever performed. This should be Samoza's. I'll save one for Karen. I need some mango pickle. Let me see. It's one of these two. It's this one. This is definitely mango pickle. All right, are you mango pickle, as my nose has said? Mango pickle. Gotta like that. That's a spicy meatball, but it's vegan. So, okay, this one's for Karen. This veggie samosa. You go in here. Back in the lock with you, Nessie. Good job putting social eating. The more you eat, the less food you have because you eat it. Pinky Jim gifted 5 subs. God damn, Pinky Jim. Pinky Jim is she Jesus in disguise. Yeah. Have a good night and have a good Bishop Wheatley. Man, that looks spicy. Hooray. Delicious. Ooh, Perrier. I believe in Perrier. All right, time to take drugs. Frankly, delicious. All my troubles seem so far away. Kimosabi, 500 centages. Yay. Do all GMs take drugs and stare at the ceiling? My only response to that is, what's a grandmaster? That's my only response. Have you tried Borjomi? I think so. No, we're dying on level 5. Wait, that's a good place to die. Yeah. Frankly, yeah, but people send me Perrier, so it's free. Free, I tells you. I know you're a pretty big streamer. That's right. I have been eating more. So I am pretty big. I don't know why they say the Boches sisters are big streamers. They weigh like 100 each. Terrible. People just don't understand. I don't know. Maybe the camera puts on 10 pounds. I don't know. Let me think about how much the Boches sisters actually weigh. I probably weigh more than both of them added up. Frankly. Yeah. I would bet on me, but I wouldn't be 100%, but I'd bet on me. I'm about 80%. Well, almost all my food is still here. I have a lot of food. Karen gets some of it. And then Karen takes her days to eat food. If we go to the expensive Thai restaurant that we like, she's eating that food for like 5 days. Because she can't eat very much. So she eats several meals. Okay, you get this mango pickle, Karen. Ta-da. Who's going to beat Magnus? I think what you meant to say, who is Magnus going to beat? Oh, snap. Yeah, the only thing Magnus can beat nowadays, he needs to take his pants off. God damn. Can't beat anyone. Wonder what they're going to say about that. God damn. Da-da-da. Suddenly, my stream was banned from Twitch, but I still have Perrier. Da-da-da-da, da-da-da. I'm about 100 pounds bigger than Hikaru. I got Hikaru crushed. Da-da-da-da, da-da-da. No, the stream died. Da-da-da. That was an important text trying to learn. Very important. Very, very important. All right. What's going on here? How come people aren't shocked at what I said about Magnus? What's going on here? I thought people would be like, oh my God, he said that? And they probably didn't get it. Would you rather fight one Ben-sized Botez or two Botez-sized Bens? I don't even understand that, but I like it. Do I eat her leftovers? No. I do not. Karen eats leftovers, and I eat leftovers if they're mine. Archer does not eat leftovers. If Archer has leftovers, he tries to throw them out. But, Karen will eat them, so don't throw them out. 100 Senzu-Doos. I'd have to gain 100 pounds to be a great sumo wrestler, but I could do it. $8. I posted a game to the Discord channel. These are my last savings. Well, Manmoth is a VIP, so we'll look at his game next. Except we're looking at this game now. Somebody said, I can't believe you guys didn't hear what I said. I mean, it could get me banned from, the Earth. I might have to live on Mars. Somebody said, who's going to beat Magnus next? And I said, Magnus is playing so badly nowadays, if he wants to beat something, he has to take his pants off. And then you guys, didn't even notice. You guys don't even notice my humor. Terrible. All right. Archer's my stepson, not my son. So he better watch it because I could step on him. Yeah. 100 Senzu-Doos. Let's see. I don't get the joke. Okay. Well, there you go. Like it owes him money. Exactly. Exactly. That's what I mean. All right. As long as you don't get it, I'm not in trouble. Okay. So... yeah, when I was a kid, I heard a joke that I didn't get until I was older, which is very similar to my Magnus joke. It's, why does Dr. Pepper come in a bottle? Because his wife died. And I was like, all right, truth hurts. Suddenly, I'm not half the streamer I used to be. I can't eat any more Indian food, so I'll eat it later. Frankly, delicious. All right, now, you might think the reason I stopped here was because I'm eating and making X-rated jokes. No. The reason I stopped here is this is the last time in the game that it's going to look reasonable. So Manmoth, I don't know, come back in 8 minutes because, you probably just ate or something. Man, all this leftover food, frankly, delicious. Now, you go in the garbage. I'm going to have a big bag of food. God damn. I still have Perrier, though. Mm-hmm. Da-da-da. My shirt says never play F3. Never. No, boo. I can't believe you played F3. Terrible. Da-da-da. All right, back to whatever it is I was doing. Okay, the bishop's opening. Still theory. Knight F3 is unusual. Grandmasters will play D3 there. D4 is the quoted Urasov Gambit. Has 1.7 million views. The Jonathan Schrantz video on the St. Louis Chess Club. The Urasov Gambit. If you don't like it, see your urologist, and he'll tell you about Dr. Pepper in a bottle for some reason. Okay, D6 is not a good move. Best is knight takes E4. D6 is too passive. Boo, boo. Okay, castles is legal. Bishop E6 is legal. There's no argument. Okay, knight G5 is a terrible move. So you got to develop your pieces in chess. You can't just be playing all willy-nilly. Okay, and what's funny is I was talking to Magnus about that, and he said, no willy, and I said, no willy-nilly. And he said, oh. Then he had further questions, and I can't talk about it on the stream, but needless to say, ridiculous. Okay, knight C6, sacrificing his pawn. Yeah, so Ninja, when your opponent moves into your territory, then sometimes they're attacking something. So when they play an aggressive move, which moves into like your part of the board, you got to figure out what they're attacking. Also, you want to make a point in the back of your head. Okay, and when I say back of your head, don't get any ideas, Magnus. I'm talking about chess here. What's defended and what's not. So the things that I'm highlighting, those are defended. Okay, those are all defended. If I'm highlighting in blue, those are not defended. Okay, so you give a quick glance at the board, you see what's defended and what's not, then you have an idea of what can be captured. And the further up the board you go towards your opponent, the more likely it can be captured. So the most likely thing to be captured is this, because it's the closest thing to white that's undefended. This is the closest thing to white, the E5 pawn, but that's defended. This is not defended. Knight G5 attacks that. Ipso fatso. Okay, so you should defend that, but you didn't. So you have some compensation. Your opponent has no development, so that's good. Castles is good. Knight D4 is good. Knight D5 is not good because, you know, these pieces, they got to go somewhere. This piece already went somewhere. So bishop E3, bishop G5 makes the most sense. Now white has double pawns for no reason and no reason. This move is very, very, very risky because it traps your knight. If your knight gets attacked, you want to be able to retreat. So we've proven that Ninja's not French because he didn't give himself a retreat. It turns out after C3, this piece sacrifice is probably okay. And that's what happened. Yeah, in fact, the engine was thinking maybe king here was better. Because now you have a big attack against his king. Ooh, not that way. Yeah, you want to play rook H5, queen H3, Papa John's. And then put your other rook on F8 and use your heavy pieces to attack. G5 is too slow. It'll never work. I mean, it did work. But yeah, you got these pieces here. You want to play queen H3. So rook H5, queen H3 gives you an attack it's so beatable, this attack, that Magnus likes it because it's beatable. Okay. All right, so G5, now you don't have enough compensation because your rook can't get over there. H3, oh, I just ate Indian food of all things. Oh my God. Gotta take the day off tomorrow. Yeah, this point you gotta keep pawns near your king. Yeah, I mean the G file is gonna get open, so king h1 is probably the right move. h3, that's a potential, gonna get captured there. Sacking the exchange, that's why you won. Now the engine says that move is frankly ridiculous. But who are you going to listen to? An engine that sees all the way to the end of the game? Or a grandmaster that spills food all over himself and begs for donations against the gawking rabble and then makes fun of you as soon as the stream is stopped? Who are you going to believe? The answer, Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters. Ow. Okay. Oh, if you knew what happened when the stream stopped. God damn. All right, now it's very, 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 very important that white stops queen takes h3. And he can do it with king h2 or king g2, and they both win. After king g2, if rook g8 check, then king h2. So king h2, and then black doesn't have a scintilla of an attack. Not a scintilla. King h2, rook g1, shake hands, you get COVID, you die. So it's a good thing he didn't do it, because the handshake would have killed him. Kobe. Okay. Now, Kobe didn't make it, but Tiger's not out of the woods yet. Oh, maybe he is. No, he's still Tiger Woods. Okay. It's funny. Tiger doesn't have to pay the hospital bill because they put Tiger Woods in the intake, and his name's actually Eldred. He's like, that's not me. So his ID, so they got nothing on him. And he needs that money. If he has to pay the hospital bill, he'll be broke. God damn. Blah, 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 blah. It's unfair. It's not just unfair, it's very unfair. Well, the main problem, pro team, is you have the wrong its. You didn't put an apostrophe. You didn't capitalize Wednesday. And so forth. Yeah. If you read the rules, it tells you what to do. It says if your game's not analyzed, it'll be taken off. You can put games on Tuesday. If you donate, we'll look at your games. You didn't follow any of the rules. Eldrick, it was close. Yeah. America, that's right. You got to follow the rules. I don't make the rules. I just ask for donations. If you don't like the rules, talk to Karen, talk to Trying to Learn, talk to Kangaroo, and you'll be banned. But you can talk to them about it. Yeah. And so forth. America. No, not Tiger can play chess. He can play in PogChamps. God damn. Okay, so White didn't see this move or care. I should have cared. He played d4. When somebody attacks you on the wing, then you have to counterattack in the center, except for one thing. And Ninja played correctly, so he won. Now, as we've discussed many times, you can make as many mistakes as you want in chess and still win. It's the magnitude of your mistakes. So let me give you an example. You tell your wife, you're looking sort of fat. Okay, that's risky behavior, okay? And when she calls you on it and she's ready to beat you to death, your only hope is to say, no, I meant you're a really cool wife, like PHAT. That's a fat wife. She's great, okay? And if she believes you, then you can enter in PogChamps as long as it's the one Trying to Learn talks about, not the other one. That's a mistake. Maybe you can escape. Other mistakes are, you get into a helicopter with Kobe Bryant. Those are mistakes you can't rectify, okay? So in chess is like that. In chess, you can make mistakes, your game is bad, and you still win because you can come back. D4 is a mistake that White just made where he can't come back. Because after queen takes h3, it doesn't matter if you got Stockfish and Fat Fritz and Fat Feingold and Nakamura and the Botez sisters and Hammer and Benji Fishy. White's going to lose. Okay? I mean, it doesn't matter who's playing white. Ninja's too good. Ninja's going to play Rook G8 next move. So both sides made some errors, some bigger than others, but D4 was too big an error to come back from, and White should have realized, since he's up a rook, the only way he's going to lose is by getting checkmated. He's not blundering these pieces. They can't be captured. And obviously with this open and this going here, he's got to do something. And he didn't, and therefore he earned his rating. That's what happened. That's right, queen d3, queen c2, queen b1, so you can block with the queen. That's correct. And so forth. Trying to learn PogChamps 2021. God damn. And so forth. Da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da. Stomp him in the nuts. Stomp him in the nuts. Thugnificent's best, whatever. All right. You must execute. Checkmate. Ninja wins again. Maybe again wasn't the right word. It's possible. Bam. I'm doing great. Hooray. Damn, trying to learn. Wants that 5,000 centidues. And Teen is like 5,000 centidon'ts. God damn. Yeah, queen d3 just delays checkmate. It doesn't stop it. All right, good game, except for one thing. All right, now we have Frosty, the chess player. Was a very good chess player. 200 centidues from Grungewart. It's Frosty. Let's see what Frosty wrote about his game. My username is Frosty. All right. I played black. This game was 3-0. I crushed my opponent in the Traxler, even though analysis gave him 3 brilliant moves and 90+ accuracy. C3 is a blunder and white is lost. White should play d6, and then he's not lost. All right. Castles was slightly inaccurate. Queen f5 was better. Blah, blah, blah. C takes d4 question mark. Unreliable chess.com analysis. The end is nice as well. I can't analyze the game because you spelled as well as one word. Because of that typo, we're going to have to go to the next game. Frankly, terrible. Learn your prose. Okay, so we have a Traxler, which I play with black on occasion. Bishop c5, very suspicious. Knight f7's okay. Bishop f2's okay. King f1 is okay. Queen e7's okay. Knight takes rook is okay. d5, confusing the audience. And then takes, and then knight d4. Okay, now in this position, it's very complicated, and he says the engine likes the move d6. And then c3, as was played in the game, except white played c3 first. In this position, black is threatening bishop g4, and white's going to lose his queen. So the idea of c3 is not only to attack the knight, but it's to allow white to play queen a4 check and escape. Now c3 now doesn't work, but if white plays c6 first, or d6 I should say, then it does work. And let's see why. Okay, Now in this position, black should play the move knight to d7. And so on. Mainly and so on. And then black is winning. And he did play knight to d7. Excellent. And the engine now realizes that, white's in a lot of trouble here. Now, let's go back and see some of the Frosty analysis. Frosty says d6 is better than c3 right away. And the reasoning is, if you take this way and then play c3, and then the same thing happens, c'est la même chose, check. This is the game except the pawn on d5 and the pawn on c7. Now it says that king takes f2 is a draw. I'm trying to figure out why king takes f2 is a draw here, but it loses. Let me see what his analysis is. He's looking at queen takes d6 instead of c takes d6. Well, that's different. It's possible that black should play c takes d6, not queen takes. Yeah, queen takes d6, then the queen can't go to h4 with check. That's the horse of a different color. Okay, so this move loses according to the engine. Now he's winning. King f2's best, g3's best. King e1 is the only move. And if I didn't know this position, I wouldn't know what was going on. But the engine says everything wins. Everything. Knight f3 wins. Queen f5 wins. Long castling wins. Obviously, white's up a lot of material, but white can't castle, and white's pieces are all in the first rank, and black has this monster attack. This is probably just known theory. The thing is, when you play very sharp double king pawn openings like this, if you spend a week or two just memorizing all the tricks, you win tons of games because people are too lazy to do that. And if you're not going to memorize all the tactics and tricks, then you can't play these super sharp positions. You have to play boring positions and then try to outplay your opponent. This is not a boring position, so white shouldn't go into this because he obviously didn't know it as well. Now, it is a 3-minute game, so, all right. Knight f3 wins. King d1 is the best. Always repeat. Castles is good. Queen f5 is better, threatening knight c2 and queen e4 check. Queen e4 looks better. Yeah, and now this king is toast with vegan butter. Probably sourdough, because these files are open to the king. The bishop controls this diagonal. These pieces are shallow and pedantic. The engine just says white resigns. The extra material is meaningless because it doesn't do anything. It's not playing. That move is frankly ridiculous. Rook f1. Wow, d3 is a really cool move. Nobody's playing d3. d3 stops the king from escaping. So after d3, we're threatening queen takes rook mate on f1, and we're also threatening rook e4 mate. You have to go to e4 because the queen on a4 is attacking the bishop. d3 is just amazing. You're threatening mate, and you're threatening rook e4, which will be mate. So the game's over. Yeah, if somebody plays d3 against you, they're probably cheating. You played the obvious move, which also wins, but isn't made as quickly, obviously, but wins just the same. Yeah, and white doesn't have any pieces left. Truth hurts. Yeah, frankly, checkmate. That was a very good example of white being greedy in a Traxler and not being able to defend. And even though white's up a lot of material, his king just gets crushed. That looked like amateur Morphy and Kasparov was the amateur. Complicated joke. 200 centidues. Hooray. Go Protein X. Yeah, that's not the way we do it here. You got to put your game in Discord, and then you have to complain and get banned. That's the only way to do it. Yeah. Etc. But thanks for the 200 centidues. No refunds. Etc. The important thing is to get mad and then get banned. And your children's children. 200 centidues again. Hooray. Go me. Yeah, you don't just give me 200 centidues and put your game in the chat. That's not how this day works. You put it in Discord, and I might look at it, I might not. I don't work for you. So you don't just say, look at my game because I said so. 200 centidues. Yeah. So everybody who talks about looking at his game is banned. And I'm going to go to every other streamer. Make sure you're banned on those channels. Then I'm going to contact my homies at YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Get you banned over there. Then I'm going to get you a job working for Donald Trump, and he's not going to pay you. You're just not going to get paid. He's not going to pay you. He's not going to do it. I mean, he's going to give you a potential salary, but you're not going to get it. So that's what's going to happen. Anyway, thanks for the centidues. Hooray. 100 centidues, the game 2K. We have a very normal system to get your game analyzed. Okay, the system is you put it in Discord, you put it in PGN, and if we look at it, we look at it. If we don't, we don't. If you donate $50, we're going to look at it. If you don't, you might get your game looked at, but probably not. Probably you just get banned. Now here, White's getting banned because of his bad play. So White. Anyway, Frosty, you played like a genius of the highest caliber, so I'm going to have to report you for cheating. You just played way too well that game. There's just no way that that was you. It was a 3-minute game, and you played like Magnus on steroids, okay? Or is it Magnus on some other drug because he wants to... oh, never mind. Go, Frosty! Hooray! Etc. Yeah. No, not Adderall, but you're getting there. All right, the stream's going to end soon because it's becoming annoying. Apex Cuddler gifted a sub. Hooray! Go, Ben. Yay. All right, now we're going to cut this stream into 150 30-second videos, and then I will retire. Right, trying to learn? No? Something? Yeah. Viagra, I don't even know her. Frankly, terrible. Yeah. All right, that's enough for today. Hooray, Ben. Oh, yeah, Man Moth. What'd Man Moth do? Did he put his game in the chat? I can't forget about Man Moth. Okay, first of all, Pinky Jim gave 500 centidues again. Thanks, Pinky Jim. Now, Man Moth, he jumps the line, but I'm not sure why. Dr. Blood Fist Uppercut gave 500 centidues. That is correct. That was the first game that I did, etc. Where's Man Moth's game? I don't know. Is Man Moth even here? Did I imagine that? What's going on here? Very confused. I lost the Man Moth game. All right, Man Moth's banned. Let me read what he said. Not Man Moth, I mean. Hey, Ben, did you review the Loco Tasteless StarCraft Commentator Chess Battle? I did. It was the first game that I looked at. Okay? And we agreed they should stick to start. No, White actually played quite well that game, and Black made 2 or 3 bad mistakes. I was very impressed with White's play. $50. Farty Party donated. Okay, bye everybody. That's the 50 I needed. See you tomorrow. Okay, it's Man Moth for some reason. I don't know. Now there's no game for Man Moth. Man Moth didn't put it in PGN. Ugh. God damn. You're like the world's worst person. Also, I'm not even sure it's going to work. Because you put like 9 ... What the hell did you do? Ugh. I don't think it's going to work. Then we're just gonna go to farty party. Man, that's when you know things haven't worked out, when you're going to farty party. Well, it did work. You got lucky. Man. Okay, Man Moth. Oh, so much work. Opponent. Damn. Can't believe this. I can't believe all the work I had to do. If Man Moth had black, I'm just going to break my computer and mouse Naroditsky style. I mean, this mouse costs more than you guys make in a month. And when I mean you, I mean everybody in the chat, all the money you all make in a month added up. That's what I mean. I'm still going to break it to show my, indolence or something. I play white. I moved 21, I thought, for half an hour and sacked my queen. I was happy with these other moves. Always retreat. My opponent's 2,000 FIDE. It's from a Grand Prix in Norway. No way. All right, I'm still furious. None of you guys follow the rules of the Discord. None of you. You don't put the games in PGN. You put the games in after the stream starts. You beg me in the chat to look at your game when there's 30 games ahead of you. You give me $1 and say, okay, now look at my game. Then you complain about last week. You guys are worse than a daily dose of Ben Feingold. Much worse. 1,000,000 times worse. 1,000,000,000 times worse. Okay, time to look at this game. Okay, we're transposing into every opening possible. Man Moth missing Knight D6 mate. I just played it. And if you don't like that, you got this Knight D6 mate. So come on, Man Moth, get with it. All right, so far white is very, very slightly better and marginally butter. A big stick of butter. I don't like E6 then E5, but okay, black's okay here. I just don't like playing both. F5 I like. It's a little loosening, but I always like E takes F5. Always play E takes F5. Good, good. Put it in H. Good. 2 bishops, Vattels. Good. Great play so far by both players. The engine likes black. It says D5. No, Queen D7. 200 centijues. You're the best. Not. That is correct. I'm definitely not the best. I'm probably not the worst. But if I'm the best or the worst, it's definitely the worst. Yeah. Go Protein X1. Next week, Protein X1, we're going to look at 2 of your games to make up for all the hard feelings and a hard man is good to find and Magnus can't get a girlfriend and so forth. Okay? Now, I'm just yanking you, Magnus. You're a good-looking guy. Okay, now, F4. Good, good. But yeah, submit a couple of games next Tuesday and try to do it in PGN and try to be slightly less of a bitch. God damn. Okay, F4. Pretty equal game so far. Bishop G4 attacks your queen. He couldn't resist it. That move doesn't make a lot of sense because the queen could just go somewhere. The bishop here can get harassed. He's giving up control of the D5 square. Bishop G4 is a little suspicious. Queen E3 is good. Knight F5 attacking your queen again. Bishop D5 check. You couldn't help putting him in check. Then you took. Good. Took with the bishop. Good. FE5 good. Knight E5 good. Position is just equal. Everybody's playing great. Now what's funny here is I would play bishop takes E5 without thinking because thinking's not my strong suit. The engine plays D takes E5. I don't like D takes E5. All right, the engine changed its mind. Okay, good, because I don't like that move. Rook A E1, Morphy style, very good. Rook A E8, also good. Put it in H, good. Okay, and your opponent couldn't help himself. He had to play a tactical trick, even though it loses. Now, if he wants to take your queen, he should play bishop takes C3, and without looking, I assume he played bishop D4. I got to assume something, and I was right. And that move is not as good. Yeah. This is very bad for black because the bishop on H6 is a monster. The bishop on D5 is a monster. White's rooks are on open files. Black's king is getting checkmated. Black's rook is hanging. And black's queen does nothing. And basically, there's almost no material investment. Rook and a bishop is worth about a queen. But here the queen is terrible. And white's rooks and bishops are crushing black. So a very easy decision, especially in a blitz game. This was a slow game, so it's a tougher decision. Took on d4, double up on the bubble up. And g4 is annoying. You can ask Matt Larson. And g4 is going to, god damn. And there's g4. Man. Time for a cigarette after that move. Rook e5 is forced. Save your bishop. Rook f8 mate is coming, so you can't move the bishop. Bishop f4. All right. I probably would have just taken the bishop. I'm surprised by that. It says they're both about the same. All right. Rook e3. That's a very strange move. That's a strange move. Everything wins. Yeah, this is totally crushing. I mean, this is the biggest crush since Irina gained 20 pounds. Oh, snap. God damn. Double up on the bubble up. Put it in H. Bishop d1. Not as good as rook g5, but good enough. There's rook g5. Resigns. Yeah. Damn. Not good enough to play bishop d4? I mean, it wins a queen, but it destroys his position. Yeah. Yeah, it's nice to give your queen away, and then you win, even no matter how obvious or easy or good your position is. I mean, I made the most obvious queen sack ever against Yuri Balashov in 92, but I still like it because it was a queen sack, even though if you want to see a good queen sack, then, obviously Magnus versus Karjakin. And when Magnus played the queen sacrifice winning and retaining his world championship title, he just looked totally bored. You know what I'm talking about? Like queen h6 check or something? Like Tall Baron's looking at the game, and he's like, I'm a fake GM. Magnus blundered. What's he doing? Where's the engine I used to cheat with? I don't know what's going on. Oh my God, queen h6. If I was better than 2200, I would have seen that. But I wasn't cheating with my engine. That was exactly the commentary he gave. It was weird. And the funny thing is, Magnus looked totally bored with his brilliant queen sack. That was amazing. Yeah. Exactly. And so forth. Who were the two women? Irina Krush and Irina Zenyuk, the Irinas. The Ukrainian Irinas, etc. All right, farty party, and we're done. We're out. Boo, boo. Good game, though. I don't think farty party gave a game, so I'm going to leave now. Bye, everyone. Let's see. This was a 15-10 game. Played OTB against my friend Mike. Last name Roch. Neither of us have USCF or FIDE. I played so accurately. If it was online, you'd accuse me of cheating. I'm still going to accuse you of cheating. The checkmate is very stylish and aesthetically pleasing. No lying. And this was 15-minute with a 10-second increment. And farty party is white. And so forth. Mainly and so forth. I can't believe I'm still streaming. Boo. So farty party said this was played over the board, and he played so well that he obviously cheated. God damn. Blah, blah, blah. I ban you. Finally, that guy was banned. Jesus Christ. Where did my opponent go wrong? Bishop d4 was a terrible move. And by the way, this is a psychological problem that like nobody can fix. Nobody. If you see a move that's tricky and wins material, it doesn't matter if it's good. You just play it. So your opponent needed that dark squared bishop to defend the dark squares, but he had to play bishop d4. Had to, because it won your queen, and he figured you missed it, and it was tricky, so he had to do it. And a super grandmaster would say, man, that's no good for black. Black's getting crushed. But a lower-rated player can't help himself. You got to play bishop d4. Bishop d4 was terrible. Go Thaddeus. All right, who's going to donate enough subs so I have enough subs? Let me see here. Okay, somebody has to donate 89 subs. That seems unlikely. Okay, back to whatever it is I was doing. 89. Don't donate 99, 89. All right, Farty Party's white. This is a 15-10 game in real life with his friend. The game is dragging on and on and on. It just keeps on dragging. And he gets checkmated on and on. Da-da-da. Still theory. Queen c8, that's a move. Queen c8, I don't even understand at all. Yeah. Yeah, Queen c8's not a move I would consider. I can't believe Queen c8, etc. I don't really know the theory of the early g4 dragon. And also, I don't know the theory of any dragon. So that's... Thaddeus gifted a sub. 429 subs gifted. Good. Good. Go Thaddeus. You're making fun of Thaddeus giving one sub. If everybody gave one sub, I'd have a lot of subs. God damn. I would only be like 13,000 behind Chess Bros. That's it. That's all. Never heard of it. No idea what you're talking about trying to learn. Nothing. I'm not kidding. I have no idea what you're talking about. JAA Adonde 928 gave 9 subs. Now, if everybody watching my stream gave 9 subs, I would only have 7,000 subs less than the Chess Bros. God damn. Truth hurts. If everybody watching my stream now gave 18 subs, all of you, then I would have the same as the Chess Bros. And I'm getting crushed over here. Grunge War gifted a sub. You're the best. Until Pinky Jim came along and gave 5 subs. Until Anonymous Gifter gave 5 subs. Until Lick My Hadron gave 3 subs. Until Darth Bane continued the gift sub. Until... well, there's nothing else happening, darn. Man, it's going to be noisy for a long time. Yeah, actually, if I take their subs, and I have their subs and they don't, then they're only... I like to steal 7,000 of them. Then we both have about 8,000. That was good. Thanks. That was a good idea. Sultan G42 subscribed. They got 15,000 subs at the Chess Bra channel. Frankly, delicious. That's a lot of bras. On and on and on. Da, da, da. Yeah, I like noises. You are not subchecked. Boo. Neither are you, Kramnik. Come on, Kramnik. All right. Back to whatever it is I was doing. Not a fan of Queen c8. Like h4. Like that. Knight e5 I like it. I like h5. Knight takes f3. The point of knight e5. Queen g2 is the best. White sacks a pawn. White has a big attack against black's king. Black has no attack against white's king. I'm not a fan of that move. You got to play rook c8 and always sack the exchange here. It's the only way to get play. You have to. You got to like do something to the knight on c3. With the knight on c3, black has no attack. So either sack your rook, or you play d5, d4, or b5, b4. Queen c8, frankly, terrible. HG, very wells, HG. What, very wells? Yeah. All right. Ooh, I don't like that move. God damn, ignoring everything. Terrible. Yeah, now knight g6 is mate. Bam! Gotcha. Very dangerous because you can't defend g6. That's dangerous. Bishop d2 is excellent, saving your bishop. Bishop e2 is excellent, threatening to win a piece. Knight e3 is good. Takes king b1 is good. And white's got these two files here. He's got knight g6 still. And black is not attacking white's king. And material's equal. I mean, it's just completely lost for black. Knight e8 is actually a better try because it defends g7. Now this threatens mate. If the knight was on e8, the bishop is defended. So we have to lose it. Ooh, that's not a good move. Yeah. You have to look at checks and captures. In this position, you look at b takes c3, and then you look at queen g7 and queen g8 check, and then you're done. Now, another question is, queen g8 check is mate, but if it wasn't, white can just take on c3, threatening queen g8 mate, and there's no defense. So this really loses. It just shows that he never looked at queen here. Right, and white played queen there, which is mate, but he could also take and then play there later. It's just mate. But that's a nice mate. And then you can make a rook or a queen. And actually, if you make a bishop or a knight, it's also mate when the queen blocks. That was mate in 1, but all the promotions are forced mate. So bishop takes c3, not good. And that's because people don't see their opponent's threats. See, if Mike, whoever he is, if Farty Party's like, hey, Mike, let's look at a puzzle. And he sets this position up and nobody's ever seen it. And he says, Mike, what should white do? Mike's going to find queen g8 check. But when he's black, he doesn't see his opponent doing it. This is the problem a lot of people have. They see forced wins, but they don't see them for their opponent, so you make a lot of blunders, which works out well when you're playing me, but it doesn't work out well if you want to win against other people. Hooray. You guys won't let me go home? I just taught a class before this. Come on. Leave me alone. Well, let's see. Subscribers can unsubscribe. Man, I'm not sure if I should ban him or not. Maybe. I ban you. You ban me. Da-na-na. Family. Get the dog a bone. Blah, 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 blah. All right. I can't get to sleep. I think about how much I hate these streams. It's possible I'm going to stop doing these. This might be my last one. Because I really hate the chat. This is the worst chat. Whenever I do these, you guys don't know how to behave. You guys are like, can you stream 30 hours longer? And here's 5 cents. Can you look at 3 of my games? It's very specific. You put the games in Discord. I might look at them. I might not. Put them in PGN, which half of you don't do. Half of you just put them here instead of in Discord. And if you donate enough money, it's 100% I'll look at your game. Then you're like, how about $1? It all says it in Discord. We talk about it every stream. And it just goes in one ear and out the other. You guys are all the worst. I mean, I could just stop streaming altogether because I hate you guys so much. But, you know, I barely hate you. I'm barely a grandmaster who hates you. But there's a lot of other streams. So you can go to the Chess Bras. You can go to Hikaru. You can go to the, let's see, is anybody else any good? Is that it? Chess Bras and Hikaru? Is there anybody else who's good at chess? I guess not. Okay, so you can go to Hikaru or the Chess Bras. I mean, obviously Eric Hansen, not Amon. And tell them to analyze your game and give them $1 and see what happens. And then complain a lot in the chat and see what happens. Oh. Wait, who streams who's good, who's not Hikaru or Hansen? Is that it? Oh, Ray Robson's pretty good. That's about it. Yeah. Oh, the Daily Feingold guy will starve to death. I can't. Oh, yeah, Faruja's good. Danya's good. Yeah, give Naroditsky and Faruja $1, $2 and say, can you analyze my game? And then we'll see who gets banned the most. God damn. You guys are all the worst. The worst, Jerry, the worst. Anyway, it was fun streaming. Thanks for coming to my stream. And I can't raid Video Game Piano. Oh, I can raid him. Yeah, I always just raid the same guy because he's the best. Yeah, please donate and sub and give bits to Video Game Pianist because he has the best stream on Twitch. Don't give them to me, give them to him. Bam! All right, thanks for the sub, Juanello, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. And before the stream tomorrow, I'm definitely going to ban most of you. And one more thing.